Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Huckabee of the Conversations with Nicole show. My guest today is Dr. Nicole Bradford, a multifaceted professional with a remarkable journey from challenging beginnings in Austin to becoming an accomplished speaker, author, educator, administrator, coach, and trainer. Nicole shares her inspiring story of overcoming adversity, achieving academic excellence, and blazing a trail as the first African American Miss Austin. Discover how she continues to empower others through her motivational speaking and coaching. I really hope you enjoy this uplifting conversation. Let's get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am delighted to have as my guest today Dr. Nicole Bradford, all the way from the big state of Texas. She's a speaker, author, administrator, coach, trainer, and so much more. Welcome to the show.
Hi, well, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I'm excited.
Absolutely. So you are from Austin, Texas originally, but now you live in the Dallas Fort Worth area, correct?
Yes, yes, the same heat in the Texas area, but yes, we're in the big state of city of Dallas.
Excellent. I've been to Dallas. I love it as well, and I love Texas. It's a great state. So your story is quite inspiring. You grew up in some pretty intense situations, but you have made so many achievements in your life. I mean, you were the first African American to be crowned Miss Austin. I mean, just so many things that you've achieved in your life, but it probably wasn't the easiest start getting there. So tell your story.
Well, yes, I'm the youngest of six kids, originally from Austin, and you know what they say about Austin, keep Austin weird. So I'm a little weird. We have our little quirks, but being the youngest of six kids, I've always been different, and I was the oops baby, and I was the first in my family to go to college. And growing up, unfortunately, I did have to witness domestic violence, and I had individuals in my family that would go in and out of the criminal justice system, and some involved in drugs. And that was kind of hard to watch and experience. And so it's very important for me to seek out my help and my support, my counseling, mental health, to make sure that I understood that you are not the environment that you come from. So even though you have challenges that you may encounter, you have the opportunity to still create the life that you desire. And so from there, I had a loving of home environment, and I had siblings, but I just wanted something different. And so I went to college. I was able to complete my first degree in 3 years. And while I was in college, which I have no idea because when I grew up, I had very low self esteem. But at college, there were so many pageants at Grambling State. So there was like the Miss Grambling pageant, Miss Texas Club, and all of that. And so for some odd reason, I decided, you know what? I'm going to go home and run for Miss Austin. So I don't know where that came from, but I enjoyed it. The first time around, I ran and I made the top 10. And then the second time around, I was crowned Miss Austin. And that was the beginning of my speaking career. I had an
Yeah.
opportunity to speak at high school graduations, different programs, and work with other individuals. And I think that's where my spark began for life, for reaching out and utilizing my story and my testimony to be able to help others design the life that they desire.
That's awesome. And you talked about you just were a little different. What do you think it was inside of you that made you want to do what everyone else wasn't doing, to achieve your goals, to go be the first in your family to go to college? I mean, sometimes people think those are just something that God implants in your soul, or it's just was there another influence, or I don't know. Maybe take me down a little bit more into the personal your personal self there, what you think contributed to you just wanting to do more.
Well, most definitely, I believe it was my fate. I think it was something that was placed inside of me early on. I was always different. And I always thought if I'm doing what everyone else is doing, then I need to take a look at myself because I want to have fun. I want to enjoy life and I don't want to just conform and fit in. And so that's, I think, a part of who I am, being different growing up, being the youngest out of six kids. And then it also sparked my maintain the flame. And I started this company to ignite change. And I want everyone to have an opportunity to go back to that little boy or little girl inside of you and revisit those goals and those dreams and desires. Because when we were young, we would be in the store and we didn't care. We would enjoy life. You would dance, you would have fun and laugh and play. But then you transition into this adult world and then you start to kind of look over your shoulder and kind of think what other
Pull
people.
back. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And you start to chip away at who you really are just to conform. And so I went for myself being young and being different as a young child and going into the adult world and college and trying to figure out my way there. And then you get married, and then, kind of like my favorite movie, Meet the Fockers, you got to fit into that. And so we have our traditions and we have our things that we do. And you kind of think, well, I don't know, do I really fit here? And then you go into the work world and you see things that may or may not belong in the workplace. And if you speak up, then you're looked at a little different. Like, what's wrong with her? You're supposed to just go along to get along. But internally, you have that fight because I have to stand up for what's right. I have to do what's right because that's a part of who I am. And so I think that's very important. That was something that was instilled in me very young. And so I have to continue to maintain my flame for life and not settle.
I love that. As you were explaining maintaining our own flame, it is very true what you said that sometimes we will pull back, we'll become smaller around other people and let them seem larger than us. And I really have never really understood why we do that. And I think especially, and I can only speak to this because I am a woman and what I see elsewhere, I feel like women do that more often than men do that because they feel like they don't wanna overshine their spouse or their significant other. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yes, I totally agree because we're so loving and we're so giving. And see, so we want to give everyone else the opportunity to shine or be in the spotlight. But while we're doing that, we're taking away from who we are. And so we have to understand it's okay to be proud of who you are. It's okay to have accomplishments and stand tall because what you want to do is always give your best. And watched a documentary recently and I learned so much from it. But the young lady said her dad taught her, you need to live full and die empty. And I think so many times we're limiting ourselves because, I want to start that podcast or I want to, like me, I'm about to turn 50. I want to wear a bikini again. And I got to
Yeah.
get rid of all this baby fat. And my oldest is 26. So,
I
but
love it.
yes, I have to get back in the game. I have to encourage myself and I have to ignite that flame and understand that it's okay to do things that you enjoy and it's okay to stand tall and go after your goals and dreams that you have for yourself.
I agree 100%. And as I was listening to you, I thought, we can actually lift others up while we are not letting ourselves be smaller as well. You and I are in a conversation. I'm lifting you up, you're lifting me up. But at the same time, we're not lowering ourselves for one another. We're just embracing everyone. And I think that's the key, if I'm hearing you correctly,
That's right.
maybe how to maintain the balance while also maintaining our flame.
Exactly. Yes. And in addition to that, I came up with an acronym for
Okay.
maintain, and it's just 8 quick strategies that you can apply to your life and design the life that you desire. So, making sure you have a positive mindset and you don't have that fixed mindset where you're not able to learn and grow. So you want to have a growth mindset and be positive so you can make changes where necessary in your life. Be willing to take action. So we talk about these goals and dreams. Oh, I want to start this club or I want to go back to college, but well, let's get rid of the buts and let's take one step at a time. And so taking action towards your dream. The next one would be that you have make sure that you're intentional with the life that you want. You set up those goals that you have for yourself and you intentionally work towards those each and every day. And for T, make sure that you're tenacious about the life we're able to live. Make sure you're authentic. It's very important. Show up as your authentic self. Don't allow everyone else to make you conform or kind of shadow or lower yourself and who you are. Then also you want to have high integrity. especially in the society that we have on today. You want to hold on to that integrity. And the last letter is N, non negotiables. You have your standards, set those healthy boundaries, and design the life that you desire.
That's so good, Dr. Bradford. So good. So, maintain the flame is your business. And in that, you do all these things with coaching, life coaching, and training and speaking. And and you're an author, and your slogan is living an audaciously authentic life. I
Yes,
love that. I mean, to be able to empower others by using your talents has to be so rewarding.
most definitely. And I love doing this because for me, I've always been an underdog in my life. I wasn't the smartest, I wasn't the strongest, but I always was persistent. And I went after what I wanted. And I want people to realize you have so much potential within. The gift is already there. You just need to tap into the gift, remove the excuses, and find you an accountability partner and go forward. Just keep moving. That's all you can do because your story is still being written.
Yes, 100%. Um, Talk a little bit more about some of the obstacles that you faced early on and how you overcame those. Because really, that's what we're doing every day. We're overcoming an obstacle.
I think for me, it's overcoming the individual limitations that we put on ourselves and then those fears that we have out there. Because, they always say success is on the other side of fear. And I think sometimes when you think you have so many negative things stacked against you, there's no way this can work. You get up every day and you say, okay, I need to get a speaking engagement, I need to have a client. And that may be just a day that it doesn't happen for you, but you can't get down on yourself. You're going to have to come up with strategies to keep yourself encouraged, and you have to have the wherewithal to keep pushing on no matter what. And so I think that is for me myself with the roadblocks that I had and with having the self esteem issues. I had to overcome those issues and understand that at the end, you have to look at the goal. The goal, have that vision and keep working towards your goal and know that whatever situation you're in right now, it's not going to last forever. It's
Right.
temporary and you can work through it. And you have to have that support. Most importantly, you have to have the belief in yourself.
Yeah, 100%. So, what are some of the strategies that you share with your clients or when you're doing speaking engagements to empower people to keep going?
Yes. Well, of course, I have the maintain acronym, but then I also have the flush method. So I recently wrote a book. It's called My Soul is Not for Sale, Removing the
Mm.
Lies, the Labels, and Limitations. And in there, I talk a little bit about this method my sister gave to me. So I'm number 6, and she was number 5. And we all were always raised that you get a good job with the state of Texas and then you just retire. Well, she
Yeah.
retired at the age of 48. Unfortunately, during this time, she was planning for her 50th birthday. Well, she never made it. So she lived life to the fullest and she enjoyed life. And when I'd have challenges, she would say, Nicole, I want you to go and get some space to yourself. And you don't have to use this method, but get the toilet tissue roll. And I want you to write down your problems and your concerns and your fears and things you're angry about. Just write it all down. Then I want you to read it. I want you to reflect upon it. I want you to pray on it. Then I want you to ball it up and I want you to flush it. And so from that, I came up with the flush method. Face life's uncomfortable situations and heal. And until you're able to face those uncomfortable situations head on, and by writing it, you're able to purge those feelings, you're able to address those feelings, you're facing them head on, but now you're releasing them and you're able to heal and move forward. And so, those are some of the strategies that you have to utilize because we're all going to have uncomfortable situations that we will encounter. But you have to have a way of getting all of that out of you, reflecting on it, understanding your role in the situation, learn from it, and then begin to heal.
That's so good. That's so good. And that is along the lines of journaling. So because
Yes.
journaling is very therapeutic. So when you're writing something down, so if you don't want to flush it, just ball it up and throw in the
Yes.
trash. How about that?
Yes.
So tell my audience again the name of your book. So because I want them to remember that before we move on.
My soul is not for sale.
My soul is not for sale. I have to ask, how did you come up with the title?
I've had that title, I don't know, for many, many years, believe it or not, just inside of me. And I never understood why, but I believe it had to do with a lot of when you're going navigating life, and I would run into the brick walls and I'd have those hard life lessons. But in those lessons, I had to know who Nicole was. I needed to know, Nicole, you're strong, you have integrity. Unfortunately, you're not going to fit in every group, in every category, because it's okay to be different. And I had to be okay with that. And so I had to understand that you don't have to sell out who you are. You have to hold on to your values. You have to hold on to your morals and your integrity, no matter where you are. If it's in the workplace, if it's in a relationship, and if it's day to day. And so my soul is not for sale. I'm going to be the person that I know was designed to be, and I'm going to let my light shine no matter what situation I'm in.
So good. Absolutely. Well, in looking at all the things that you are involved in, I know that one thing you have created is a Protect Our Future, and it has to do with public servants, I think. And tell me a little bit about that Protect Our Future, this online curriculum. I found it intriguing.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Well, Protect Our Future is a program that my husband and I put together. My husband is a Texas State Trooper, and with me being an educator, we want to just protect our future. Unfortunately, we know we have a lot of negative things from time to time that is in the media with the police officers. And so we want to help our students know how to stand up for themselves and make the right choices inside of the classroom and outside of the classroom. And I think sometimes parents mean well, but they may
Yeah.
tell children that, oh, you don't have to show your ID. Or if a teacher tells you to do something, you don't have to do that. Just tell them to call me. But we're setting them up for failure. So the way that we protect our future is we tell them, you comply, you make the right choices, you're respectful in the classroom, and then you'll let adults deal with the adult issues. But we're going to set our children up for failure by teaching them the skills they need when working with other adults in the education arena, as well as when dealing with public service.
That's really good and very much needed, 100%. And do thank your husband for what he's doing out there because his job is not easy at all.
Yes.
So our
Thank you.
thanks to him for what he's doing. So, as you move forward, what other future plans do you have? I mean, of course, folks can find out about you by going to maintaintheflame.net, and there they will learn all about what you offer as far as your services with speaking and coaching and training, but a little bit more about what you offer and how folks can connect with you.
Well, I love working with coaching programs and with all individuals, anyone that feels stuck, anyone that feels that there's more inside of me. I just want an accountability partner. I want someone that's going to just push me along and encourage me at the same time, because you need to know you're not on this journey by yourself. And so, with the Maintain the Flame coaching program, it's a 10-week program. And the individual, we design programs and activities to hold you accountable. I walk with you throughout that journey. I check on you consistently. And I think it's great because it gives me an opportunity to utilize my experience on the collegiate level as well as public school level to connect with others. So I've worked with students, parents, as well as individuals that are looking to ignite that flame and design the life that they desire.
I love that so much. As we close, what is the one takeaway people need to know and how to maintain their flame?
They need to go back and find that inner child, tap into the inner child, know the things. Let's go back and look at the things that I used to enjoy. I used to want to sing. I used to want to, whatever it is, I wanted to open a new store, whatever it is that they were interested in. We go back to the beginning, and we're going to reignite that flame and get you excited about those dreams, because sometimes we put our life on hold. We'll say, well, I have to raise my kids right now, or my husband needs my attention. And then we put ourselves on the back burner. So let's know that we are a priority, and we're going to learn how to love on ourselves, reignite our flame, and move forward in life. And we're going to live a bold, audaciously authentic life.
Oh, that's so good. I think I could just talk to you for days about all of this because you truly are inspirational in your message and empowering us to be our best self and to go and find out what really makes us thrive and want to do more in life. And I love what you said because I can remember as a kid, gosh, I did want to do something and I never pursued that. So why didn't I? I may be too late to do some of those things, but I'm not too you don't think so? I don't know.
No,
But I'm
no,
just saying, don't don't ever stop looking for purpose and passion and things that make you feel full of life, right?
that's right. Yes, "Don't Stop Believing." That was the hit song, wasn't it?
Yes, I agree. One of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
And I love that. As we close, any final thoughts and again on how folks can learn more about you?
Well, I would love to connect, so please go and visit the website, Maintain the Flame. On there, I have merchandise, I have the books available, and I also have ways to connect with me. So I would love to come and speak at one of your events or connect with you just through coaching.
And wear red because that's your color for the
That's
flame. I saw that
right.
too.
Thank you.
Listen, thank you so much. It's truly been an honor and a privilege to be able to share your story. And you've inspired me to keep digging deeper in my soul to find out what makes me excited about life as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great. And that will do it for this edition of Conversations with Nicole. Until I see you again, I hope you have a great day.